Okay, we had a slight error there where the recording was accidentally terminated. And now we've brought it back into, and we have Barbara back. We're back recording, and you can hear us, right, Barbara?
Yep, I can hear you fine.
Excellent, good. So I don't think we've lost much of anything. We have Lynn Cheviot.
Yes.
And Dennis Downs standing in front of us.
I'm sorry, it cut off for me like right after you finished when John said goodbye, so I didn't get the motions on page
Oh.
name. So I didn't get
Okay.
any of that, so I'm sorry.
I will tell you about that. Can you?
Motion to adjourn and
There was a motion to adjourn on page until next month,
July 25th.
July 25.
Doris has the motions. She can give them to you after the meeting.
Yeah, Doris has the specific information. That's right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Liz. All right, and now we're on to 133 Main Street, Barbara.
Okay, great.
And that's with Dennis Downs and Lynn Cheviot. Thank you. I think you can go ahead now. Thank you, Dennis.
So last month's meeting, question came up as to having the ADA compliant sidewalk on Church Street. And we worked that out with the building department, not me personally, but it was Dale. So Landro Andrews Engineering that worked it out.
Yeah.
With them as to how they wanted it built. And we then presented the site plan. Actually, it came in today. The Landro's work came in yesterday, surveyor plotted it today. But what you see before you now, you should have copies.
We do.
That is in compliance and it's up to Kathy, I think now to when she's ready to proceed with that. Satisfying. The other question that came up is drainage. So they're showing a drainage calculation, the dry well that will handle this building alone. The two dry wells that are in there that are already in the ground. That was pursuant to the original case when the front building was converted from a residence to commercial use. So all of that information should be in the original approval, and that's going back to sometime in the 80s.
Okay.
But at the time, they didn't require any roof runoff drain calculations for the garage.
Right. Okay. Kathy, I know you spoke to them a lot. Can you?
Yeah, so, and I also spoke with Lee Yardley, and he was okay with the improvements that were shown within the village right away. That's important too. There were, there's a reference to the Delagro plans on the map. I actually haven't seen those, so I don't know if those were submitted. But the building inspector has said that he's gonna work it out. So he's good with an approval by the planning board. The planning board is so inclined to approve this, subject to his ultimate approval of the plans. So getting all the details towards, he needs different things for a building permit application as well.
Yeah.
So, so that, as long as he's okay with that, and he was. So that's the resolution that we prepared, that references, here's the plan, but as revised by the applicants to the satisfaction of the building inspector. To address the ADA accessibility and, see.
Right. And that includes, I believe, the front door, the door entrance to that garage being recessed to manage the swing staying on the property. Right. Good. Does that make sense to people?
Yep.
Great.
The only thing that I would do on the actual resolution is I would add the Delagro reference to Delagro, because that is actually referenced on the site, so I can do that.
If you can do that, yeah.
Yeah.
And Delagro, remind me what that is?
The engineering plans for grading drainage and also for the proposed improvements related to the ADA access route and the modification of Long Church Street to create the sidewalk and accessible entrance.
Okay, and that's what you said we're not seeing yet.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Did you receive this? No. No. And I don't
email it to them.
Okay, great.
So what you're suggesting is we can go forward with, final conditional approval based on those plans.
Yeah.
Okay. Have people here had a chance to look at this particular, finding? I could read through it, but I'm not sure if it's required. In terms of like, I don't really want to do that. Unless Liz tells me I have to.
You don't have to, it's, you adopt it, it's adopted into the record. And it's
Wonderful. That's what I want to do.
You don't have to read it line by line.
Thank you for saying that. That's what I was hoping you would say. Then if we're good, I would accept the motion to adopt this condition on the Delandro. I think I got the word right.
The conditions should be written in the actual resolution. Yeah, they are.
Yeah, yes, and I will add,
And she
I will add.
She'll add that.
Because the conditions to be added by Kathy Asman. I'll accept the motion to approve.
So moved.
Second. Thank you, Drew. All those in favor? And that's the four of us. Veronica's not here, so wonderful. Thank you for this, both of you. It's, and thank you for staying through this very long evening, actually. I think we're longer.
Worth the wait at least.
Yeah. But it was fun, right? Wasn't it fun? Yeah, there you go.
A lot to comprehend.
Yeah.
Right.
Still to satisfy all the conditions. Right,
Yeah, that's right.
Or in the board.
But that's right. And you'll be working with the building inspector directly on that.
Yes.
Good. Thank you. Thank you. And then we're going to move on to number 4, which Mr. Downs is here. It's number 76 and 82 Hempstead Street. Welcome back,
Thank you.
Ron. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
This is the Liverson and Williams application for a lot line modification to increase the size of the Liverson house.
Yeah.
So, good feet.
Yeah.
Mainly because they're using it now, or they have been using it since the Liversons are related to the Williams.
Right.
The only issue that came up was Kathy's office picked up on a covenant that had been filed by E.T. Williams on an earlier case that he had. And there was the question, what impact did that have on this? It has none really, other than the fact that it says that Williams and the 2 lots that were involved. Let me back up a little bit. Williams had a large parcel that had 2 additional cottages on it as well, right on the street. One of those cottages now Liverson, the other was sold off to a third party long ago, and that's when they filed the covenant. The covenant basically says that there be no further subdivisions without planning board approval. I had Classic Abstract Title Company do a search to determine whether or not there were any covenants on the Liverson property, and they wrote a letter today stating that there are none.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I didn't bring it with me. Because it was supposed to have been emailed into the village and to Kathy directly. And I'm not picking it up on my phone right now.
Okay.
But we would request, I think you can just hold a public hearing on it.
Yeah.
I think we have to. Because there's a lot of modification.
Before the public hearing, I'll make sure that there's a hard copy filed.
So potentially, and I'm going to ask Liz and Kathy, I think potentially we could set a date next month for a public hearing on this. And in the meantime, you can make sure that information gets shared with Kathy and the village. Sounds like it's doable, right? That'd be nice to move us forward.
I have to see Doris tomorrow, so I'll bring it in with me.
Great.
A hard copy, and I'll scan it in as well, send them PDF copies.
Okay. So I think what we need is a motion to set a public hearing for next month.
Yes.
So I'll accept the motion to accept the public hearing for next month.
Second.
That was Ron and Grania. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And that'll be the July meeting. And yeah, just share that as soon as you can, because I know she works on things quickly.
The other thing we do is referrals, so we would get those started now too.
Yeah, for sure. Good. Thank you, Dennis.
Thank you.
Good. I would also accept the motion to terminate this meeting.
So moved.
Ron said yes, and
Second.
Grania seconded it. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you all. And just as an FYI, before we sign off, yourself or take them back to your family. And maybe one of us can take, or more can take something over to Nat at the,
At the school, he's at the school.
At the high school.
Ah.
At the high school.
at the high school, is it the high school?